All right. Thank you everyone for coming today. My name is Keith Davis. I work with MRC. We have a couple of other people from my office on here too. Matt Miller and Brian Gates are both on here running behind the scenes. But we are very honored to have two guest speakers with us today to discuss Urben Blu, smart, self-cleaning, vandal-proof public restrooms. We started working with them about 3 months ago and have generated a lot of interest. The bathrooms look and hold up extremely well. So what we want to do today is kind of give you a little information about them, run through a video on how they clean. But what I'd like to do is introduce you to Elaine Bolduc and also Mario Lahu. They are both from Urben Blu. Elaine is the owner and also vice president of sales, and Mario is a designer by trade and also does sales with Urben Blu. So what I'd love to do now is turn it over to Elaine, and everyone sit back and just relax and enjoy the information. Elaine, all you. Thank you.
Thank you very much to attend the seminar. As everybody understand right now, I have a big French accent. I'm from Quebec. That's the French region of Canada. So that's why I have that French accent. So apologize for this, but I will start the presentation today on our product. And I'll try to make that quick. So I'll try to do that in 20 minutes. And if you have questions after, please feel free to ask question, or you can go through the chat, the question and answer, and somebody will take care of your question and will answer it through the presentation or after. So who we are, we start manufacturing self-cleaning toilet back in 2010. We were importing parts from Europe. Self-cleaning toilet is pretty popular in Europe, but it was not adapted to the Canadian and North American and US climate, and also bunch of different things like control, electricity was different, there was a proprietary control, and I'll explain to you why during the presentation we are different. So our building is manufactured in a A277 factory, so everything going out of our factory are CSA and UL approved. It's a product made in North America, and 100% of the parts are coming from Canada and US only. It's no other parts coming from everywhere else than Canada and US. So that makes us the sole manufacturer of that kind of product right now in North America. So if you decide to do business with us, or the town you're representing wants to do business with us, what we will deliver you? We'll deliver you a 100% prefabricated building, and the building coming with a 12-inch concrete pad. So it's a structural pad that include also all the drawing, engineer drawing, how to prepare the ground, but also drawing and engineer drawing of the building stamped by an engineer of your state. So today we just made a few sales in Colorado, and when they will receive their toilet, that will be stamped by an engineer of Colorado. Really simple for installation. The installation, it's made over 3 days. And in order to install our toilet, the only thing required by the client is ground compaction. We'll provide you all the drawing and all the engineer drawing how to compact the ground, and also all the templates where we need water, sewer, and electricity. However, if the city doesn't have water, there can be a well, and if they don't have sewer, there can be also a septic tank or a holding tank. We will assign you a project manager. He will be there all along the project. So when you prepare the ground, he will be there to make sure that all pipings and all the preparation is made according to the drawing. And he will be there also supervising the installation, the D-Day, when we arrive with the toilet. So he will make sure that everything is installed properly in order to honor the warranty. That is a pretty good warranty on the building. We'll talk about it later on. Oops, sorry. How it's made. The building, as I told you before, it's coming with a 12-inch heated concrete pad. Why it's heated? Because In some region in north of US and in Canada, during the winter time, it's below 0. So we want to, or below 32 Fahrenheit. So it's freezing. So having the heating floor, make sure that no ice will form on the floor. Walls, the structure is made of galvanized steel. So a 6-inch wide galvanized steel, 1/8 inch thick, rock wool insulation. Interior finish, it's 2 layer of 20 millimeter of ultra performance concrete. Last layer is also reinforced with steel. It makes the building almost unbreakable. Just give you an example. 3 years ago, we sell a toilet in Moncton, New Brunswick. Somebody known by the city to destroy building of the town. He came in with a sledgehammer. You can see him coming from outside of the building with the camera, and he hit everywhere, didn't break anything. There was hit marks, but at least the building was just perfect. So the fact that it's only concrete, stainless steel, and also rock wool insulation make the building also fire rated. The sink is made of concrete, but also we have an option of having the sink in stainless steel, 3/8 thick, so prison grade. Toilet bowl, it's a regular toilet bowl, but it's protected by a fiberglass cover. And this fiberglass cover acts for 3 things. First of all, the size of the bowl is the same size as a toilet seat. So if you put a toilet seat in question of hours, it would be stolen. By having this mold bolt by behind in the technical room, and everything inside of the toilet is bolted by behind the wall, so nothing can be dismantled. Second reason for that mold, it protects the toilet against hit, like wheelchair. All our buildings are ADA or universal ADA also. It's an option available with the adult changing table. So it protects the bowl against hit from wheelchair or any hit. And also, the way the mold is done, it helps the cleaning, disinfection, and drying of the bowl after each use. Ceiling is made of stainless steel. So the fact that all the walls are in concrete, everything is can be power washed. And I'll explain to you how you clean the toilet later on. So no parts inside of the toilet can be disassembled. So it's really rugged. The fact that also, just to show you how rugged our building is, when we deliver in Texas, building have to be TDLR approved when it's governmental. Our building was TDLR approved, so it resists, they resist to a tornado, earthquake, and hurricane. So we build the building same way everywhere that we ship building. The construction is always the same. Even if you're in other state, you'll get the same construction. Building is entirely customizable. What I want to say by that, it's everything related to water or electricity can be added to the building. So just give you some example. We can add water fountain. This building on the top left here, where is my arrow? That's a double footing building, like a double unit toilet. On one side is a toilet, on the other side, it's an office for the park manager. And this toilet's going in an Indian reserve in Ontario. And also, we make the finish with, we wrap the toilet with a paint of a local artist. We can do a bunch of things, like 2 buildings next to the other one. On this particular site, there was a toilet on one side, on the other side is a small chalet for soccer player during the summertime, and during the winter time, it's by a ice rink for people who are having cold in their estates. People can put their skates on and go skating. We can do roof extension, drinking fountain with bottle refiller, but we can also make your toilet fully accessible, so universal, by adding an adult changing table. So all toilets coming with a baby changing table, but an option is to have a adult changing table. We do such a thing like changing room. This project, and we'll talk about it later on, it's by the St. Lawrence River. in a serve site. So it's a roof extension with the outside shower, and also we make a changing room. And eventually, Mario will talk to you about it. Um, so, oops, sorry. Just give you a couple of example. Outside shower, fontaine with multi-level. So the building can be fully, it can become the hub of the park, because also building coming with 100 amp base entrance, electric entrance, but we can go up to 400 amp. So that means if it's a new building in the park, sorry about that, people want to power anything else inside of our technical room, they can go up to 400 amps, so they can power the lights or whatever in the area. So the building became the hub of the park.
So we wanted to bring, this is the Parc Julie Hamelin, an architect was involved. The project was part of a master plan. The design that the architect came with had particularities. One of them was that there was, other than the playground everywhere on the park, there was a splash pad. So the splash pad, they asked, that you see on the bottom right picture, they asked to have all the technical components, some pumps, manifold, all embedded in our technical room. So we used again a double footprint for a washroom. We use only one washroom, and we used a bigger mechanical room. Again, like Alain said, that building was, instead of 100 amp, it was upgraded to 400 amp entrance. And on top of that, if you look on the bottom left, you see the playground colors. It was required that our building would match the color environment that the architect had designed. So we had to use black and dark gray, like the playground. Back to you, Alain.
Exterior finish, that's the beauty of our building. Our building can be finished as the customer required. Exterior finish doesn't change the price. All the aluminum that we're using, it's coming from a company called Longboard. It's a U.S. company. It's really made for public use, 1/8 thick reinforcement in the middle. All the corner are in stainless steel. They can be left natural, like this one in Palisade, Colorado. This one is in the Memorial Park, and they will wrap it with the U.S. flag. So exterior finish, it's always the choice of the client. They can choose the color of the gutter, the soffit, everything can be customized. So one building to the other can be different. And we have cities who order multiple building, and all the building looks the same, but the fact they land in a different area of the city, their exterior finish is different. So we try to finish our building to be as the most aesthetically possible for where the building will land. And that doesn't change the price of the building. So as I say, that can be wrapped like this, can be wood, brick. We have a list of material. We'll provide that to the client, and he'll make his own choice for his toilet. How it works now. After each use, the toilet bowl will be cleaned, disinfected, and dry. So after each use, as soon you open the door and you close the door, the toilet will be cleaned. But if it's a line of people, let's say it's an event at the park or whatever, the toilet will be used as a regular toilet. As soon the door will be closed for 30 seconds, then the cycle will start. So the bowl will be cleaned, disinfected, and dry, and we'll see some video after. Second cleaning cycle, we clean the floor. So we have sprinkler all around the floor, and they will start in sequence. The first sprinkler from the gray wall. Behind that gray wall is the technical room. So the further sprinkler will start bringing all the dirt in the middle. Second sprinkler will start bringing the dirt next to the gray wall, and the third set will push everything under that gray wall. So big objects like leaf paper, objects like leaf papers, syringes will be pushed in the technical room. And on the other side, it's a grid. So all the big objects will remain on the grid in order to don't block the drain. So everything will be pushed there. This cycle it's after 5, 10, 15, 20 user. That's a parameter that the city can control with the app. The toilet's coming on the app. With this app, you can do a bunch of things like opening and closing hours. You'll get a bunch of message when the toilet paper or soap is low. Toilet paper is for 2,000 user and the soap is for 3,000 user. When they hit the 30% low, there will be a message sent to the appropriate person to pass by the unit, by the toilet, and refill paper or a soap. If the door is open, you'll get a message. If the toilet block is, you'll get a message, and as soon the door will close, the door will be shut off, and a message will be sent to the appropriate person. It's really rare that block. It's a 4-inch direct pipe. The only time that happened, well, the other thing I want to tell you, it's, as you can see, it's no flush with the toilet. A button for flush can be added, but standard with the toilet, flush when you open the door. As soon you finish and you open your door, the flush will trigger the flush. So next user always have a clean environment. So the toilet will be flushed and clean for the next user. So with this app, you can control a bunch of things. So opening, closing hours, as I say, you'll know the exact status of the toilet, how many person use the toilet, how many of those person wash their hands. After hours, let's say you close your toilet at 8 o'clock night, you'll get a message that the unit is closed. They have 20 minutes to finish what they have to do. And after 20 minutes, door will open and the authority will be called if they don't leave. If they don't leave, the message will be sent to the appropriate person and the door will remain open. We have a volumetric presence detector inside of the toilet. Asks for two things. We want to make sure that no cleaning cycles start, but we want to make sure that nobody stay inside of the toilet after hours. So as soon the person will leave, the door will close automatically and remain closed for the night. Did I forget something, Mario?
No, you're good.
Oh yeah, I forget something. It's a completely touchless environment. So when you came in, you don't have to touch anything. You just present your hand in front of the lock. And then when you want to wash your hand, you just have to present your hand under the appropriate logo for water, water, and drying. So it's a touchless environment. You don't have to touch anything. You don't even have to flush. So everything is automated. Here's a small video. I'll show you what happened. So, whoops, sorry about that. Oh, here. So when you came in the toilet, you just lock your door. Then after each cycle, the toilet will be cleaned, disinfected, and also dry. You can see the strength of the drying, need to be dry in 30 seconds. The floor is completely heated. The floor is washed after 5, 10, 15, 20 user. So we want to make sure that we don't use water for nothing. So as you can see, it's a high pressure, really high pressure water spray. So it pushed everything under the wall in the mechanical room. Mechanical room, it's located behind the gray wall. And in this mechanical room, you got a bunch of things. That's where you can fulfill your paper and soap, but also we have a Siemens control. We only use North American parts. So Siemens, it's they built a Boeing and Airbus with it, so should be good for a toilet. But the beauty with Siemens that you can find parts everywhere. So even after warranty, if you decide to repair your toilet by yourself, you can find Siemens anywhere in the world, especially in US and Canada. We have a there. Pardon me?
We had just one question about the self-cleaning function for the floor. So
Yeah.
how does the self-cleaning function clean up trash on the floor?
Well, if it's trash on the floor, the trash will remain cleaned, but it will be there. It's a self-cleaning toilet, but at least you have to pass by the toilet once a day to make sure that's no big object on the floor. If it's a big box or a big container, it will be clean, but it will remain on the floor. So you need to send somebody at least once or twice once a day We have a lot of cities that are going only once per 2 days, depending of the frequency of the frequentation of the building. But the big object will remain there for sure. We're cleaning only the floor and the toilet. Also, I forgot to tell you something. All the walls are in concrete, and we provide a power wash machine inside of the unit. And so it's with quick plug. So if walls are dirty, we know that people can be really creative. So you don't have to wash anything by hands. Everything can be power washed. Then you go in the technical room, and on that Siemens control, you have a screen there. All the functionality that you have on your computer or on your apps, on your computer, telephone, or tablets can be done right here. So the person can power wash all the walls, take 5 minutes, then he start the cleaning cycle in question of 5-10 minutes. The toilet is completely clean. We have 3 heating system and in the toilet, 3 heating systems. So the floor is heated, as I told you before. Second, we have an air exchanger and a heating system that heat the toilet by itself. And we have a third heating system in the mechanical room in case that, let's say, a door is open on the other side. So you'll get a message that the door is open, temperature is going low, but the fact that the mechanical room is heated and it's completely separate, no pipe will break. All the piping are in brass and coming from US. Also, it's an option to get an air conditioning. So we air conditioning with air exchanger. So if, by example, you're more in a southern state, we can install also air conditioning. So we replace the heating system by air conditioning, air exchanger. So it will do heating, air conditioning, and also air exchanging. All the walls also are in aluminum inside of the technical room, so it's pretty clean. Did I forget something here, Mario? Just want to make sure. Did I cover everything? Yes. Good.
Yeah.
We try to be as green as possible. The roof, the regular toilet coming with the white membrane 25-year warranty roof. But however, we have multiple installations that may require a green roof. So it's an option possible. So we'll provide you all the structure to install your green roof, and you can also put a green roof to show your citizen you're green. We don't have hot water tank inside of the unit, except for a place that they required shower inside or outside with hot water. That will be a hot water tank. But for a regular toilet, it's only hot water on demand, electric hot water on demand. When we flush the toilet, we use at least 75% less than a regular toilet. So we only use 1.19 to 1.59 gallon per flush. Why is that? Because all the flush is made by solenoid. And when we install the toilet, we'll, depending of the pressure of the town, we'll adjust the flush to use as lower water as possible. Electricity is only on demand, except for the light outside. If you want to give an ambience to the park, and it's open all night, that's something that you can add. Consumable. All the consumable are again, they can be found in any supplier in the area where the toilet will land. You don't have to use any special soap or paper. Everything is standard. The only thing will require is certain viscosity for the soap. The fact that the soap is pumped, we need to have respect a certain viscosity. If it's too liquidy, it won't be pumped properly. So we'll provide you all the details, and everything can be ordered in the local supplier. Toilet have 2 sizes. For single unit, it's 8 foot 11 inch by 14 foot 2 inch. Double unit size like this one, it's 8 foot 11 inch, almost 9 foot by 22 foot 4 inch. And if you add a changing table for adult, it will be a little slightly bigger to respect the radius for ADA. For pricing, I know it's always a question that people wants to know what is the price of the unit. I'll give you the base price. All the options are on top of it for sure, delivery. But the price for the single unit, the base price is 275,000, and for the double unit, it's 375,000. That include the project manager who will supervise the installation and also the site preparation. So, and if you want to have a detailed price, you should contact your MRC representative in order to get the appropriate price. All the toilet is protected with an anti-graffiti protection inside and outside. In the first 48 hours, you can just wipe it, the graffiti. After 48 hours, the fact that we have a power wash machine included in the toilet, you can just power wash and start a cleaning cycle, and it's going to be really easy to remove. We also have an antimicrobial and antiviral protection in all surface inside of the toilet. It's a silicone. In that silicone, we have a silver and copper. Silver and copper are a natural element that kill bacteria and viruses. So we spray the toilet completely with the silicone. We make the silicone tested in Paris by Pasteur Institute. They realized that after 3 years, silicone was effective as day one. But the fact that you power wash the walls and it's a really intensive environment, we recommend to reinstall the protection every year, but the toilet coming protected with it. We also offer a warranty of a 3-year warranty on parts and labor and a 10-year warranty on the structure. Also, Mario will talk to you a little bit more about integration in parts.
So we have 4 remaining slides. So basically, I wanted to talk about the synergy between MRC and Urben Blu. Those are 2 examples of projects that were being designed. And next slide, Alain. So MRC has got the capacity of fabricating custom structures that you see left and right in this slide, and the washrooms obviously are by Urben Blu. So the synergy between MRC and Urben Blu is that next slide is that if you choose to have a washroom and some, let's say, a gazebo structure in a park, we have the ability and the capacity to meet your master plan and your color and finishes and the design style that you're looking for, to have a convergent design throughout the project in all the components. And MRC obviously is a one-stop shop because they have all the furniture going with this project. So that is the what I wanted to highlight. So basically, 2 cost savings we want to put some emphasis. Since the washroom is a prefab unit, it's been proven so far that based on an example of double stall stick build that we've seen in different tenders, our prefab double unit and single unit are lower than anything that's built on site. And the self-cleaning features represent a $25,000 a year cost savings on a yearly basis ongoing. So that pays for the washroom basically for the first 10 years. So that was the presentation today. Alain, back to you, or Matt.
So if you have any question, please feel free to, well, I think it's 13 questions right now.
Yes, we have quite a few questions that, Elaine, I'll just feed them to you so you don't have to worry
Well,
about.
I can read it if you want, as you wish, Elizabeth.
Okay, well, we have a couple that are kind of similar to each other. We've got 2 people who asked how much water is used during the cleaning cycle.
The cleaning cycle, it's 2.5 to 4 gallons per cleaning cycle. But the cleaning cycle, it's after a number of users. So if your floor is clean after 10 users, you can increase the cleaning cycle at 20 users. The difference between ours, or the toilet and a regular toilet, if you hired a janitor to go at your toilet 5 times a day, even if there was no use, he will use 50 or 30 gallon bucket 5 times a day, throw that in the garbage, and a lot of waste of water. We only clean at the demand, and if people realize that after 10 users it's still clean, they can go up to 15 or 20, but we only use 4 or 5 gallons to clean the entire toilet.
And
No,
then
4 or 5 gallons. Sorry about that. 4 or 5 liter. It's 2 to 3 gallons. Sorry, you know, in Canada we work in liters, so it's 4 to 5 liter, not gallons. Sorry about that. So it's way less. I have to convert that. Sorry about that.
okay, great. And then another question that we have is how does the floor dry after washing?
That's a really good question. As I told you, with the floor is heated, and even in the summer, it's not heated like to heat the toilet. Toilet is heated by air exchanger, but the floor is heated. So as soon the water, first of all, it's a high pressure. It's really low water remain on the floor after cleaning, but the fact that the floor is heated, that it dry automatically.
The next question we have is, are all of these green products so that we're not polluting our waterways with harsh chemicals?
Pardon me, excuse me again.
They were asking if the products that we use for cleaning are green, so they're not polluting with harsh chemicals.
All the product we are using are green, and you can even use your own product, your own green product. The only thing you will have to remember is to keep a certain viscosity. The soap cannot be too liquidy. And the beauty with our toilet, when we distribute soap, we only distribute soap every 10 seconds, but the exact amount to wash your hand. So on top of it, it's no waste.
And then we have a question about if there's some nasty, like human excrement or toilet paper on the floor or on the toilet, does the system have potential to clean that, or is it mostly for simple cleaning solutions?
So if number 2 are on the toilet, that will be cleaned after the use of the toilet automatically. And if it's number 2 on the floor, the cleaning cycle is strong enough to remove everything and disinfect everything.
However, if someone got creative on the walls for a major event, we have, like Alain said, we have a power washing machine that's included in the technical room. For the first, since we have epoxy finish on the walls, you have the first 48 hours, everything can be wiped off very easily. After 48 hours, you just pull out the plug and play power pressure machine and power wash. All the surfaces were meant to be power wash inside and outside the washroom.
So you don't have to touch anything by hand.
And then next we have, what happens if there's a power failure?
We have an option of a battery backup with solar power. So the battery backup is good for 2 hours, and if the power didn't come back after 2 hours, that will be an automatic shut off of the toilet, and the toilet will be closed.
Next, does the sewer pipe tied to the restroom get inspected for proper water flow at some point of the restroom's lifetime?
Well, we have a direct access, so our pipe inside of the toilet is around 1 foot long, and it go directly to the sewing. But we have a trap that you can inspect anytime you want inside of the toilet, the entire sewing piping.
Next, is there a time limit for people to use the bathroom to prevent people from staying in there all day?
Of course, that's a really good question. Yeah, that can be adjusted. We just sold toilet in Victoria. It's in a big drug addict area, so they decide to open the door after 5 minutes, so people cannot use the toilet for more than 5 minutes. Basically the toilet's coming with the 20 minutes maximum time of use, but that's a parameter that can be changed also.
Okay, next we have, does the cost include architectural and engineering services?
Of course. All the engineer drawing and 3Ds for the exterior finish will be provided to the client.
And then is the wall material fire or flame proof?
It's concrete. It's ultra performance concrete. We have the same person in Moncton. He bring a couch, put the fire in. It's no air, nothing can burn inside of the toilet. nothing can burn. The ceiling is in stainless steel, wall are in concrete, and the floor is in concrete. So, and all the insulation, it's rock wool insulation, the same insulation of oven.
The next question is this product qualified as Build America, Buy America?
That's a good question. Well, the fact that we're the sole manufacturer of that product, we sell to different governmental agency, and if product need to be more US content, we can ship the product partially finished, and local people can finish the product also, or MRC.
And we got the same question about a month ago about the NAFTA, the new NAFTA, which is the United States, Mexico, Canada agreement. And for the flat rolled metal that we're using, there's no restrictions and no taxes. So we're in compliance with the NAFTA.
But stainless steel, aluminum, and outside finish product that we're using coming from United States. So, and the product is CSA and UL approved, so it's made to be installed in any region in the United States.
Great. Another question we have is there an option to include skylights?
No. Sorry. We try to build the building as vandal proof as possible. We try to make the building as efficient as possible by putting a glass that will, no, it's not an option.
And then what are some of the safety issues that were brought up for already installed toilets?
And it's no safety. Well, we have a panic bar. Everything is made. If let's say you don't have battery backup, as soon the electricity shut down, the door unlock automatically. So we never had any problem. Also, you can add the security button if you would like inside of the toilet, depending of the area. It's not recommended because everybody will put a panic button inside of their toilet. They remove it after a month. There was too many false alarms.
Next, we have, what is the air exchange or ventilation?
That's an air exchanger that we buy from Fantech. It's a company based in Canada. It's made for a house. It's made for way bigger environment. And we also can have the same thing with air conditioning inside of the toilet. Bring me to another thing is, inside of this toilet, it's no moving parts. The European toilet, they clean themselves with brooms, with chains, with different moving parts. We have no moving parts, so no preventive maintenance to do on our toilet, except you have to change your filter in your air exchanger or in your air conditioning a couple times a year. That's the only maintenance that toilet required.
And then we have quite a few questions coming in together here. What does maintenance repair the toilet?
But the 2013 model are still in use, of course, and our clients are really satisfied. They reorder some more. Our first toilet, we get the reorder from a new one this year, not to replace the one they have, it's just to add another one to the town. And we have for sure the toilet involved, the newest model have new features and everything, but our toilets of 2013 are still in function, and all of our clients are really satisfied. We can provide you any reference if you need it. And you asked also if you have any model in California. Unfortunately, not at this moment. We have a lot in BC. We're talking with different big cities in California. So one in the north, one in the middle, and one in the south. The three biggest cities in California should be coming soon. Can there, is there the separate from the mechanical? Can there be a custodial? What is the custodial? Sorry, closet. It's for.
So the custodial closet is similar to the maintenance room. It's where they would keep any mops or cleaning materials.
Yes, we can do that also. We do separate closet if you need it on the double size unit. And you can also, are all item toilet, sink, etc. proprietary? If so, well, toilet is not proprietary. Sink is proprietary, but it's 3/8 stainless steel. So if somebody break it, I'll give it to you one for free, and it's available all the time. It's impossible to break. So, and lead time, we always have product in house. Just give you an example, we monitor all our building. A toilet pump was failing in Palisade, Colorado. We realized that on a Friday, was sent over FedEx. They receive it on the Monday, and on Monday they call us and they say, why we get a pump? Because your pump start to failing, you have to replace it. So that's the kind of service that we provide, and you can call the people in Palisade, they will tell you exactly the same story. What are the electric load needs? That's a good question. It's 100 amp. We only use 35 amp for a single unit and 48.5 amp maximum for a double unit. Do you know any town that have utilized grants? Of course, a lot of towns use grants for our restroom in Canada and US. And if I remember well, that's many grants available right now. So if you're looking grants for accessibility, for non-gender, for third age, it's a bunch of grants available. And maybe people at MRC can help you to find the right grants for your region. Is there any auto washing for the sink? The sink, the fact that the sink, you know, you wash your hand and it's a big angle, we didn't include sprinkler for the sink, but eventually that's something we may develop, but it's not in function yet. Our installation service provide. Our installation services provided, for sure, everything will be installed by MRC. How difficult are these to design by? It's really easy. We'll provide you all the drawing you need for your design. So the question was, how difficult are these to design by third party? It's pretty easy. We can provide you all the drawing and you can drop the toilet in your drawing. I hope I answered your question.
So
if the
Nate
floor
also-
are heated, sorry.
Sorry, Elaine, I just wanted to, for Nate there, he actually commented again and said he meant installation. So how difficult are these to be installed by a third party?
Oh, you know what? It's pretty easy because we always provide you, and it's part of the price, the project manager. So even if you hired anybody, will be there to supervise them and tell them exactly what they have to do. You have only two things to do: connecting water and sewer. So it takes around an hour, and also put the cable in the 100 amp entrance. It takes another 30 minutes, and then the toilet is in function. Usually the day we drop the toilet is in function. The floor, if the floor is heated, yeah, well, as I told you before, the floor is heated only to dry the floor, and it doesn't make the toilet uncomfortable. You cannot, it's difficult to feel it. It's not made to heat the toilet, it's really made to dry the floor. And that was the most efficient way to do it. If there a way for someone to notify authorized for emergency service if needed, of course, as I say, we can provide you, and it's free of charge, a button that can be up to your security department. If somebody push it, they will be advised. Can you explain how the drainage gets clean on the maintenance side of the wall? That's a how do you call all that, or Dalo? That's Mario. Sorry, I'm looking for my English word. It's
underneath the grid, there's a gutter, and
a gutter.
It leads to a 4-inch pipe. So I I haven't seen any blockage
No.
on that side. It's direct out to the sewer. And any objects will remain on the grid. That's the beauty of the grid, basically.
Will the owner be alert if someone props the door open? What props mean?
Forcing.
Forcing? Well, if somebody tried to open the door after hours, of course you'll be advised. As soon the door is open, if the toilet is closed, you'll get a message right away that the door is open.
They also might mean if somebody sticks something in the door to prevent it from closing.
Yeah, if somebody do that, you'll receive a message that the door remain open. Yeah. That's a functionality. Have you had any issue with the heated flooring stopping or the auto wash logging? How often should we check those items? Never, never happen. And I can give you 50 reference. You can call them directly. That never happened. And the floor, it's all the wired are inside of the concrete floor, and it's a really high performance product. And we don't have any broke so far, but you have to remember that we have a 3-year warranty on our product, so we only put premium product. So we don't want to. Our goal is to sell toilet without any problem, and we don't want to travel across the United States to do servicing. So that's why we only put premium product coming from US and Siemens Control. Will the product survive in floor area? Of course. Never happened before. We didn't have any, but this toilet is made, to resist almost everything. Nothing can be destroyed. It's only aluminum, stainless steel, and concrete, so it should be good for flood. It's not recommended though. And other than water drain and electricity, is there any other installation constructed that need to be fully? No, not at all. Even if you're looking for a single unit with a roof extension, the concrete pad will come under the roof extension also. You offer a kit of install a restroom within an existing building shell. That's something we're working on, but so far, if you desire to, and you have enough space, we can provide you a building without finish, without roof, and they can be fit inside of your existing building. Are the restroom plans approved? Yes, if not, all our toilet are approved by the not architect, but by the engineer. So all our toilet are engineer stamped by the engineer of the state. The fact that we are A277 factory and UL factory, we follow all the construction code, building code for any states and province in Canada. No, we don't have any in Oregon right now. We have some in Texas. We have some in Colorado, in Atlanta, but we don't have in Oregon yet. Sorry about that, but I hope that will be you. How about a stereo system? Can I order one with a Bose? We already have a speaker inside. If you want to have a Bose system for your music, that's not a problem. That will be an option, and we can add any system. It's already a speaker inside of the toilet. It's pretty easy to control a system remotely now, so that's pretty easy. It's only speakers. Warranty on the mechanics, it's 3-year warranty on everything, 10-year on the structure. Our value, I think it's in our technical document, but it's made to go, it's 100% efficient from -40 to +40 Celsius, so it's 118 Fahrenheit at 100%. More than that, let's say you're 130 Fahrenheit, so we may be at 95% efficiency, but yes, it's made for our climate. And we can, I don't want to tell you things I'm not sure, but I think it's R45 for the wall and R35 for the ceiling, but your representative will confirm that with you. sorry about this. I don't remember by heart. If the floor is heated with low water, if so, that a closed loop system or there continuous water use, do you know what that water use would be? No clue. We only use, as I say, maybe 1.5 gallon to clean the floor and maybe 1 gallon to clean. I don't have the answer for this. Sorry about that. What water coming up over the building flood area? If the water going up, that's going to be water inside of the technical room and in the mechanical room, but all electricity is at like a 3 foot over the minimum at 3 foot over or 4 foot over the floor level. So if it go over 4 foot, I think we have a problem, but under this, I think we're okay. Water, what is the lead time if order to install? Around 16 weeks right now. So as soon you choose your exterior finish material, we can deliver in 16 weeks. Where could I find a floor plan for each of the restroom model? MRC will provide you the floor plan if you request the appropriate person. Can it be ordered with an outside electric board for public messaging? Of course, we had installed some LEDs, full walls of LEDs on our toilet. We can supply you the LEDs. We have a really good supplier, and also it's all protect for outside. But of course, we can also put some interactive board TVs for touristic or whatever. But for Florida, I think it was required to put, no, that was not for Florida, sorry about that. That was in Kuwait. They had required some panel on the, we installed some channel on the roof, and they were doing some advertising through their TV set or LED. So the floor plan, again, I'm not finding in your website for sure. We only send floor plan to interested client. So if you would like to have a floor plan, you need to speak with your representative at MRC.
Okay, I think that was all the questions we had.
So thank you very much. I don't know, Matt, if you want to close this presentation, but on behalf of Urben Blu and MRC, we really appreciate your presence. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to send all your questions to your MRC representative. Thank you very much.
Well said, Elaine. Just everybody, we're humbled to have 100 people still with us an hour through this webinar. So we're excited about the future of Urben Blu in the United States. And if you need any assistance from us, reach out to whoever your sales rep is at MRC, or you can reach hello@mrcrec.com. We're also recording this, so we'll send out a link to this presentation once we get it up on YouTube, and you can share it around with anybody else. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.